Now the last thing that you're going to do is copy down the chemical equation for photosynthesis, and this is not something you'll see on TCAP, but looking at it will give you a better understanding of what's going on. Now you'll need to write this all on one line, and it's pretty long, so you either need to write very, very small or go to the next clean page and turn your science notebook sideways so it can all fit in one straight line. And you'll just write whatever I write. So I'm going to just show you a little bit at a time. A chemical equation is a lot like a math problem. On one side you have the things that you added together, and then on the opposite side tells you what that equals, or what those reactants, things that combined together, reacted together, what they produced, the product. So on the left side is going to be our ingredients, and on the right side is going to be what it made. So the first thing is carbon dioxide and water. Now notice that we've got the chemical formula for carbon dioxide and water, but there's also a big number in front of them. And what that big number means is how many molecules of carbon dioxide you need, how many molecules of water you need in order to carry out photosynthesis to make the sugar and the water and oxygen. And so when you see that full size 6, that means 6 molecules of carbon dioxide plus 12 molecules of water. Now you'll need to pause the video in order to give yourself time to copy it. Underneath it I also wrote the name of that molecule, of that compound, and then the name of this one. And above it I put sunlight, because remember, sunlight's not really one of the ingredients. It's something, you know, that the plant uses to carry it out. And then after you've written that, you'll need to draw this arrow. This is the yield sign. It's kind of like the equal sign. So the carbon dioxide and the water combine to make the following ingredients. And you remember the 3 things that it makes. The first thing, of course, is the sugar. And remember, it's glucose is the kind of sugar that it's making. And remember, this is what the plant's trying to make. It's what the whole reason it carries out photosynthesis, to make that food. And then also, it makes water. Notice that there's a 6 in front of it, so it also makes some additional water. So it uses the water over here, uses the sunlight to break apart these molecules and rearrange them to form the sugar, but then it also makes some water in that process, 6 molecules of it. Notice there's no giant number in front of the glucose molecule, because it just makes the 1 molecule of sugar. And then it also makes the oxygen. Remember, when for oxygen, the oxygen that we breathe is O2, 2 oxygen atoms combined together, and it makes 6 molecules of that. Make sure you wrote down sugar and water and oxygen underneath each. And so the way to read this is that carbon dioxide and water combine using the energy of sunlight together, and they get rearranged to produce 1 molecule of sugar, 6 molecules of water, and then 6 molecules of oxygen. Also remember that on TCAP, they're probably not going to have water in the list of things that it makes, and it's also not listed in our textbook, but we've already addressed that. Typically it'll say that photosynthesis produces sugar and oxygen, and it uses carbon dioxide gas and water and energy from the sunlight, and that sunlight gets absorbed into the chlorophyll in the cells of the plant.